Hello everybody and welcome back to my humble kitchen. Today I'm going to share with you something special in Malay culture, which is we call it the Telur Pindang. Yeah, okay, so it looks as if it is the century egg, but actually it is not. Okay, by the way, I've had century egg before, and the taste of it and the smell of it is kind of the same, not exactly the same, but kind of the same. Okay, now this telur pindang is usually served during a wedding, a Malay wedding, and also if you order a mee rebus in a restaurant, they have this as an extra, so you have to pay extra because this is more expensive than the boiled egg. Why is it expensive? Good question. I want to show you. Okay, firstly I want to show you what's inside of it. Okay, so let's go down. Okay, now as you can see, if I break it off, okay, I'm just going to share with you, to show you how does it look from the inside. Okay, all right. Okay, basically it is hard cooked or hard boiled. You can say it's hard boiled. It is very hard. Why is it hard? I'll tell you in a moment. I'm sorry for the noise. My cat is playing with her plastic ball. I hope she settles down. Okay, with the kid you can tell them to shut up, but to a cat you can't. Just let them play around. Okay, all right. Now this is what it is all about, the inside of it. Okay, now it is brownish, little bit dark, not a little bit, more darker than a hard-boiled egg. Okay, now to tell you the smell of it. Okay, wow. Okay, it smells full of herbs and spices, and smells like soy sauce. Yeah, and smells like a lot of onions. Exactly, that is what it is made from. Okay, the taste test. It is rubbery. Look at that. It is so rubbery, but yet so nice. It has that flavor, that distinctive flavor. Even the yolk itself. I will finish this up later. Okay, I want to show you something else, how to do this. Okay, that basically you need a lot of ingredients to make this, but I figured out, because since it's the MCO 3.0, and me and my wife, we tried everything that we have around the house to make this, and it works. Not to say 100% the same, but I can tell you 90 to 95% the same smell, the same taste. What do we need? Yeah, let's go down again. I'll show you. Okay, now firstly you need all of the family of the onions. You have the onion, and you have the shallot, and you have the garlic. Okay, now the best thing about doing this telur pindang is that it is not totally made out of this whole lump of onions. What you need are all of the skins. Okay, so when you have used all of the fleshes, okay, you have skinned them all, you don't throw the skin away, but what you do is you keep them. Okay, so you don't use the inside of it, the flesh of it, you don't use it. Okay, just put it aside. Okay, when you use all of the fleshes for your daily cooking, this is what you will be left with, the skin of the shallots, sorry, the skin of the onion. Okay, you can see that thin outer surface of the layer. This is what you use, but of course you will not use this in your cooking, because it is no, it is not fresh. It has those ugly no shapes on around it. So you can also take this, keep it to make this telur pindang. And also the skin of the garlic and the skin of the shallots, get the shallots, okay, and yeah, all of the skins, you just keep it, okay, as much as you can, because there's no limit of using how much you need to make this telur pindang. The more the merrier. And also you need the skin from ginger, and also some of the ginger inside it if you have, okay. This means that telur pindang is a way to recycle all of your waste, so that you can make this marvelous telur pindang. Okay, you don't need to waste. But when it comes to lemongrass, you have to use the whole thing, okay. Like for instance, if you are making 20 of them, okay, you need like 5 of these lemongrasses, okay, the whole thing. Okay, this is what you need, the fresh ones, okay. And part of that, you need the herbs. And for the spices, you will need cinnamon sticks, the cardamom or buah pelaga in Malay, and you need the star anise or bunga lawang in Malay, and clove, okay. As much of this as you can take, not to say overdose lah, yeah, you will waste, let's say about a handful of this, okay, a handful of this to boil, like to make 20 telur pindang, okay. So you got a lot of that, you know, just take like a handful, and that's what you need, okay. Mix it up, all of these 4 things. And of course you also will need the fennel seed, okay. Can you see that fennel seed, okay, or you call it jintan halus. And you will need cumin seed, okay, or jintan kasar, cumin. And also you will need coriander seed, okay, or ketumbar. Okay, now so you have all of those things already. So one left to do is to prepare the soy sauce, okay, or soy sauce, okay. Now to make 20 or 30 of this telur pindang, you will need 2 large bottles of this, okay, 2 large bottles. And you also prepare some water, okay, some raw water. So what you need to do is, okay, you mix all of these things that I've just shown you just now, okay, into a pot that you can fill all of this, and also your 20 eggs, yeah. And then you put in this soy sauce, okay, 2 bottles of it, and you put everything in first, okay, and then only you insert the egg on top, okay. The egg on top, you just put it inside there, okay. It will sink, right? Or which one? If it's raw, it will float. Oh yeah, it will float first. And after it is cooked, it will submerge, it will be submerged. So what you do is, after you put all of this, including these 2 bottles of soy sauce, and you fill up, okay, you mix up everything, and you put the eggs in, and to make sure that the pot is filled up to the edges, you add water, yeah, you put in water as enough so that everything submerged, okay. And after you've done that, you put you just use a small flame and let it, okay, this is important, okay, you let it boil, okay, let it boil by itself. Now you need 5 days to do this, okay. Now per day you will need between 1 and 1.5 hours for it to boil, and then you stop the flame, you let it sit, okay. And the next day, day 2, you do the same thing. Day 3, day 4 and day 5. So every each day you will need to put it on small flame and boil it for 1.5 hours and let it sit. Okay, the whole another 22.5 hours of the day, let it sit. So all of the herbs and spices will be soaked, it will be absorbed by the egg. And on the 5th day, you will end up with these marvelous looking eggs. Okay, so yeah, okay, the difference between, okay, some of you, the experts out there, you will say that why are the colors of this telur pindang strange? Yeah, it's supposed to be, okay, this is, you can see a lot of those spots where it is not uniform by the color. Okay, the actual color should be like that, dark. Okay, so the pale one was because we took it out and we wash it, because we just want to wash everything, we like to wash everything. But the inside is still the same. Even though you wash it for several times, it will still look like this marvelous egg that tastes and smells very nice. Okay, again, what I love about this telur pindang is the rubbery texture. Okay, well, strange, right? If you have this rubbery texture on the hard-boiled egg, you will feel bored. But for this, no. The more rubbery it is, the better. Why? I can't explain to you why. Because the taste combined with the rubbery texture is just marvelous. So don't throw away. When you have peel off the onions, do not throw away the skins. Keep it, because you will need this to make this telur pindang, or you can call it Malay Century Eggs, right? Oh yeah, the difference between this and the century egg is the century egg is translucent. You can see, okay, the light at the other end of the egg, not the tunnel, yeah. But this one different. You can't see anything. Okay, it's just good to be down the tummy. So remember all of these herbs, okay, and choose a good brand of soy sauce and you will be good. You will end up with this marvelous telur pindang that you can do at home just by using leftovers onion family parts. So try it yourself, because since we are in the MCO, don't have anything much to do, so why don't you try this, right? Why don't can I just hold everything in my step to show you the whole thing? There you are. Okay guys, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time in my cooking adventure. Cheerio and bon appetit.